Picture this. You're sitting around the campfire thousands of years ago, and the tribe is split into two types of people. You've got the farmers who can do the day-to-day monotonous stuff, looking after what they're planting the seeds. And then you've got the hunters on the other side that need to be aware of everything around them. I heard that years ago and it made sense. In fact, I thought, well, I must just be a hunter trapped in a 9 to 5. But since then, and on my healing journey, my whole views shifted a bit. I've been to so many spiritual events and I've met so many Neuro-Emergent people there. And I use the term Neuro-Emergent because we're not diverging away from anything, we're emerging into something new. Is ADHD from the past, or could it be part of the Great Awakening, part of the turning of the Great Wheel? You might be wondering whether you should ADHD. You might have been told you shouldn't diagnose yourself, you don't have ADHD, or you shouldn't label yourself. And surely there are no labels in the oneness of everything, right? They're great questions, and in this video we're going to be exploring exactly that. Should you ADHD? Should you embrace it? Should you label it? In fact, should you even go, yeah, I want that? Because there are so many superpowers for us people with ADHD. I found them in myself and I've been able to help others recognize them in themselves too. But it can be a confusing time trying to navigate through the world, trying to make sense of it all when we're just wired a bit differently. Sometimes just going through life can feel like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, except the peg's on fire and the hole keeps moving. For so long, we've been told that ADHD is a disorder, a defect. It's something that needs to be medicated or managed. The world can look at our brains like there's a bug in it. But what if it isn't a bug? What if it's a feature, a superpower? Let's deep dive into 6 of our superpowers, the so-called symptoms, and I'll let you decide. First is hyperfocus, the ability to bend time. When something catches our eyes and we're interested in it, time melts away. We merge with it. Part meditation, part obsession, but 100% magical. People can struggle to spend 20 minutes on something. We can give it our full attention for 12 hours, bending time and space in the process. The only downside, we forget food and water, just minor details. So how can you use this when channeled effectively? This superpower means that we have breakthrough innovations. We can complete complex projects so quickly and master skills that would take other people weeks to learn. The key is learning to direct this intense focus towards high priority goals while maintaining awareness of our basic needs. Second is the creativity. We are idea factories. Our minds are idea factories that never close. Ideas popping out like popcorn all of the time. We don't need to think outside of the box because the box is gone. We've already turned it into a rocket. And how can you use this? Keep an idea journal or something to record all of your ideas on, a voice recorder. Don't judge any ideas, just come up with them. And then on a weekly basis, you can go through and look at the good ones. Your crazy connections often lead to innovations. Third, empathy, the emotional superpower. We feel everything. We're emotional sponges, picking up on energies that other people can miss. It's like having emotional X-ray vision. In a disconnected world, we can still have our pulse on humanity. And you can use it by trusting your gut feelings, really tapping into your intuition and your senses, letting your body be the compass. I have no doubt that it's because of my ADHD that I found the path of shamanism. I can feel energy, and I'm sure you can too. Trust your gut feelings about people and situations. Use this gift in healing, in work, in counseling, or in leadership. Learn to protect your energy with boundaries. You can feel others' pain. You don't need to absorb it all. 4. Energy, the life force. That restlessness, that needing to move. It's not hyperactivity. That is life force energy looking for an outlet. So you can use it, you can channel it, whether you channel it into physical exercise, dancing, or some sort of movement practices. You can use standing desks, fidget spinners, or you can have walking meetings. When you feel that energy surge, use it to tackle your biggest challenges. And 5th, resilience. We are off-road vehicles. We've been navigating the world not built for us. We fail more by 9 AM than most people do in a week, but we keep going. We need to reframe our failures as data collection. You're not failing, you're just finding other ways of doing it. You're experimenting. Use your bounce back ability to take bigger risks, to try new approaches. Your resilience is your competitive advantage. Risk taking, that impulsivity that people warn you about, it's not a flaw. It's how we evolve. It's how we start businesses. It's how we create art and how we make life interesting. We're the chaos monkeys. Chaos monkeys, I like that. We're the chaos monkeys that keep humanity moving forward while others are still analysing whether it's safe to begin. Successful ADHD entrepreneurs report that learning to channel their impulsive nature into calculated risks. The key is developing to pause briefly and evaluate opportunities while maintaining that courage to act when conventional wisdom suggests caution. And we're going back to using your body, using your intuition to really tell you whether something's right or not. To label or not to label, that is the question. And it's a very good question too. I know in my work, from working with the unseen, I know that while we're here in our bodies, in our minds, that we're actually a soul here to have experiences. And if you zoom out even further, beyond that, we're all spirit. We're all one. There are no labels. Labels are constructs of our minds. So knowing all of that, why do I go on about ADHD so much? Well, I can only speak from my experience and my healing journey. But having the diagnosis was like a weight being lifted off my shoulders. And it started a journey of me watching videos a bit like this one to really understand myself so much more. While there might have been a moment of panic, they're describing everything about me. Are they watching me? Am I a robot? Do I not have my own personality? What started was a journey of self-discovery, finding more and more out about myself, and falling in love with my ADHD and how to work with the superpowers that we've got. There's a West African shaman and elder from the Dagara people of Burkina Faso. According to Some, what Western culture labels as mental illness, and that includes ADHD, autism, depression, anxiety, and other behavioural disorders. The Dagara people regard it as good news from the other world. In his shamanic worldview, These conditions signal the birth of a healer. So what if your distractibility isn't a flaw? It's a spiritual sensitivity, a finely tuned antenna picking up on energies that others just can't perceive. The shamanic view says that the problem isn't our sensitivity, it's the chaotic energy around us in the modern world that's crushing it. A shaman wouldn't try to fix you, they'd help you align with that powerful energy moving through you. And that brings us to something exciting. What if Neuro-Emergence isn't a throwback, but an evolutionary step forward? The old systems are crumbling. Consciousness is shifting. The Great Awakening is happening. And who's best to handle the chaos? Well, us, the chaos monkeys. Who's best suited to build the new world? The ones who never quite fit into the old one anyway. Our pattern recognition, our empathy, our intuition, they're not glitches. They're the blueprint for what's next. Maybe we're like the X-Men, the advanced species that once felt out of place, but whose superpowers are soon to become the new normal. Every spiritual gathering I've been to, every awakening community, the Neuro-Emergent outnumber the neurotypical by miles. That's not an accident. We're drawn to the spiritual path because we know that there's more to this reality than meets the eye. We can feel it. Our attention isn't scattered, it's expanded. We're picking up on frequencies that others can't detect and can't feel yet. So, should you ADHD? Well, you already do. You were already chosen. The real question is, what will you do with your superpowers? Will you believe the story that you're broken? Or will you embrace your role as a healer, an innovator, and the leader of the Great Awakening? It's time to stop trying to fit into a world that's already falling apart and start building the one that you're designed to live in. This is your time. If this resonated with you, share it with another neuro superhero in your life and let me know in the comments, what's your ADHD superpower? And should you medicate? When I was in South America, I stopped my ADHD meds. There, in nature, in the calm, I thought, I'm never gonna have to go back on them again. And then I came back to the UK and setting up a business, all the conversations, the structure, the admin, things got difficult quickly. And so since then, I've been looking at natural ways to support my brain. We've created a range of products, including NeuroDivergent teas, ADHD Calm, ADHD Focus, and Autism that support both of us. They're all made with natural ingredients to help us unlock our superpowers. So if that's something that calls to you, check them out. And remember that you're not broken. You're not too much. You're not a problem that needs to be fixed. You're the solution this new earth has been waiting for. Thank you. Go forth, Chaos Monkeys. The new earth needs you.